I am Bismi Taskin, and in today's instant analysis, I will tell you about what the latest Financial Action Task Force report says. Digital platforms are the new battleground for terrorism. From abusing e-commerce sites and crowdfunding platforms to online gaming sites, terrorists are hijacking everyday digital spaces to spread propaganda, raise funds, and recruit foot soldiers. The latest FATF report sounds the alarm on several disturbing trends. Tech-savvy extremists turning the internet into a weapon of war used not just for radicalizing youth but also for terror financing. The FATF is an intergovernmental organization that sets standards to tackle and combat money laundering, terrorist financing, as well as threats to the global financial system. It functions as a watchdog accessing countries' implementation of these set standards. Now, in its latest report, FATF cites Pulwama and Gorakhnath attacks as case studies. Take, for instance, the key component of the IED used in the Pulwama attack, aluminium powder, was procured through Amazon. Moreover, online payment services such as PayPal and VPN were used to fund the Gorakhnath temple attack in April 2022 and obscure IP addresses for communications and transactions. Transfers of over around 6.5 lakhs were made through PayPal, the probe in the Gorakhnath case had revealed. The report also puts the spotlight on how online video games and gaming platforms are used by terrorists to look for new members and even fundraise. Lack of strong oversight and the relative ease to exploit them enhances criminals to launder large amounts of money through thousands of small transactions. In fact, video games made by groups such as Hezbollah can be found on open source. Without specifically naming countries, the report also notes that certain terrorist organizations have been and continue to receive financial and other forms of support from several national governments. Delegations have reported that state sponsorship for terror financing coupled with sanctions circumvention techniques through trade and smuggling mechanisms where the national government potentially plays a supportive role. Trade-based money laundering is being used to move value to territory-controlling groups with goods routed through third countries to hide their true destination. The FATF notes schemes involving multiple commodities like oil sent to another country sold for gold and the gold later converted to cash elsewhere. The report also highlights that despite improvements in transparency and identity verification, terrorists continue to make use of formal financial services including deposit accounts, wire transfers and prepaid cards. Moreover, digital platforms such as social media, messaging applications and crowdfunding sites are increasingly abused for terror financing, particularly when they offer integrated payment services that bypass due diligence. Although the level of abuse of virtual assets by terrorists remain difficult to measure precisely, their use is increasing, with some groups systematically leveraging these virtual assets. Meanwhile, the use of legal entities including shell companies, trusts and non-profits remain a persistent concern. These structures are used to transfer or launder funds and to support terrorist operations, with some terrorist organizations leveraging sham non-profits or abusing legitimate ones for fundraising, recruitment and logistical support, and operating legitimate cash-intensive businesses to generate revenue for terror financing in their areas of control. The FATF has also pointed out that as terrorist groups and individuals increasingly avoid traditional financial systems, it is crucial to engage sectors not currently covered by the FATF standards, such as social media and messaging platforms. That's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching.